Good evening. The Florida Department of Transportation and Florida's Turnpike Enterprise welcomes you to the design public hearing for the Florida's Turnpike Mainline State Road 91 widening project with limits from north of Glades Road, also known as State Road 808, to north of L-38 Canal in Palm Beach County, and outdoor advertising compliance. This project is covered under Financial Project Identification Number, or FPID number 417132-1. Florida's Turnpike Enterprise is also partnering with Palm Beach County to widen Yamato Road from 4 to 6 lanes under Palm Beach County number 2017518. Although this is a county project, its construction will occur in coordination with Florida's Turnpike Widening Project. My name is Paul Naranjo, and I am the Turnpike Project Manager for this project. I would like to formally open the public hearing. Today is Wednesday, July 15th, 2026, and the time is approximately 6:03 p.m. This hearing will provide you with an opportunity to review the project details, ask questions, provide formal verbal and/or written comments concerning the project. If you are using a computer and do not hear audio during the virtual hearing, please check your computer settings using the control panel. Click on the three dots on the top left, then click on the audio settings in the drop-down menu. Make necessary changes to the audio device. If you're using a smartphone and do not hear the audio during this virtual hearing, please check your phone speaker settings in the virtual lobby. Click on the speaker icon on the right shown circle in red. Next, choose the audio device of your choice. Tonight's hearing will provide you with an opportunity to review the project details. Under Florida Statute 479.25, a public hearing is required before Florida's Turnpike Enterprise constructs a wall that may block the visibility of an existing outdoor advertising sign. We will begin by introducing the project team members participating in this virtual hearing, followed by a project informational video that begins with an overview of the Florida's Turnpike Widening Project. This video is approximately 18 minutes long. My name is Paul Naranjo, and I am a consultant to the enterprise and the project manager for this project. Here with me today are representatives from the Florida's Turnpike Enterprise team and the Design Consultant Project team. We would like to recognize elected officials who have joined this virtual public hearing. Welcome, all elected officials. We will now begin the project informational video.
The Florida Department of Transportation and Florida's Turnpike Enterprise welcomes you to the design public hearing for the Florida's Turnpike State Road 91 widening project, with limits from north of Glades Road, also known as State Road 808, to north of the L-38 Canal in Palm Beach County. This project is covered under Financial Project Identification, or FPID, number 417132-1. The virtual public hearing is being held on July 15th, 2026, beginning at 6 p.m. The in-person public hearing is being held on July 16th, 2026, at the Dr. Andre Fladel Civic Center, located at 16700 Jog Road in Delray Beach. Doors open up at 5:30 p.m. This public hearing will provide you with an opportunity to review the project details, ask questions, and provide comments concerning the project. In this presentation, we will discuss the following: project description, FDOT project development process, proposed design, construction, project schedule, and outdoor advertising regulations compliance. This project is being developed in accordance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and related statutes. Under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, public participation is solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Desiree Stills at 407-264-8255 3111 or Lisa Bethencourt at 850-414-4742. This project is being advanced in accordance with the FDOT project development process. This process consists of 5 phases, beginning with planning, followed by project development and environment, or PD&E, design, right-of-way acquisition, and finally, construction. The planning phase has been completed as well as the PD&E study. The project team is currently working in the 3rd phase, design. During this phase, the team is implementing the recommendations identified during the PD&E study, advancing detailed engineering plans and obtaining the required environmental permits. Also in progress is the right-of-way acquisition. Construction is the final phase of this project. Public outreach and coordination will continue throughout all phases of the project development process to ensure community input is considered and addressed. The enterprise completed environmental documents as part of the 2010 PD&E study. The enterprise is undertaking a reevaluation to confirm and update original findings in compliance with applicable laws and regulations. The reevaluation includes updating supporting environmental activities, studies, and/or documents, including the Cultural Resources Assessment Survey, Contamination Screening Evaluation Report, Noise Study Report, Environmental Permitting, and Protected Species Surveys. The enterprise is honoring the environmental commitments that were made in the PD&E study phase, and agency coordination will continue through future project phases as necessary. This project is located along Florida's Turnpike in Palm Beach County, extending approximately 3.5 miles from north of Glades Road to north of the L-38 Canal, between milepost 76.8 and 80.2 as shown in purple. The Florida's Turnpike proposed improvements include widening Florida's Turnpike from 6 to 8 lanes from north of Glades Road to north of the L-38 Canal, adding 1 auxiliary lane in each direction of Florida's Turnpike. Auxiliary lanes will connect Glades Road to Atlantic Avenue as a merge lane. Realigning the southbound off-ramp to the existing Glades Road interchange. Replacing the bridges at Yamata Road, Clintmore Road, and the L-38 Canal. In addition, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise has partnered with Palm Beach County Engineering and Public Works to widen Yamata Road from west of Lake Ridge Boulevard to west of Florida's Turnpike from 4 to 6 lanes as shown in orange. This map shows projects on Florida's Turnpike that are adjacent to or overlap this project. This project is shown in blue. The future project to the north, shown in purple, is the Florida's Turnpike Widening Project from north of the L-38 Canal to north of Atlantic Avenue. The Palm Beach County Canal Improvements Project was recently completed as shown in green. To the south, in construction, is the Florida's Turnpike Widening Project from the Sawgrass Expressway to north of Glades Road, shown in pink. The existing Florida's Turnpike limited access right-of-way, shown in pink, varies from 205 feet to 300 feet. In the southbound direction, the roadway currently consists of a 12-foot outside shoulder, 3 12-foot travel lanes, and a 10-foot inside shoulder. In the northbound direction, the roadway includes a 10-foot inside shoulder, 3 12-foot travel lanes, and a 12-foot outside shoulder. A median barrier wall separates northbound and southbound travel directions. Along the outside of both roadways, guardrails are present, adjacent to the grass area beyond the pavement. Along the northbound side of the corridor, there are also high-pressure gas mains located within the grassed area. Additionally, a canal runs adjacent to the roadway in both directions. This slide shows the proposed typical section for Florida's Turnpike within the project limits. The existing Florida's Turnpike limited access right-of-way, shown in pink, varies from 205 feet to 300 feet. Starting from left to right with southbound travel on the left side, a new bulkhead wall is proposed immediately adjacent to the canal. This wall is intended to provide structural support along the edge of the canal. The southbound roadway includes a 10-foot outside paved shoulder, a 12-foot auxiliary lane, 4 12-foot travel lanes, and a 12-foot inside paved shoulder. The auxiliary lane is carrying the weaving from Glades Road to Atlantic Avenue and will not open until the project to the north of this one is completed. The southbound and northbound roadways would be separated by a median barrier wall. On the northbound side, the proposed typical section includes a 12-foot inside paved shoulder, 4 12-foot travel lanes, a 12-foot auxiliary lane, and a 10-foot outside paved shoulder. A wall will be installed where appropriate along the outside shoulder of the northbound and southbound roadways. Exhibits have been prepared that show the improvements in detail and are shown in the following slides. These exhibits are available on the project website and will be on display at the in-person public hearing. This graphic, which is oriented with north to the right, shows the general alignment of Florida's Turnpike. The project begins north of the Glades Road interchange. Note, these slides show proposed walls in pink and teal green and proposed bridges in blue. Note that the Yamato Road Bridge over Florida's Turnpike will be replaced as part of this project. If you'd like to see locations of walls or further details, visit the project website exhibit room or view the boards on display at the in-person public hearing. This graphic continues from Yamato Road to north of the Clintmore Road overpass. Along the southbound side or west side of Florida's Turnpike, walls are proposed from Yamato Road to north of Clintmore Road. These walls may partially obstruct views of existing signs located north of the Clintmore Road Bridge. In the northbound direction or east side of Florida's Turnpike, walls are proposed from Yamato Road to north of Clintmore Road. Florida's Turnpike Bridge over Clintmore Road will be replaced. Shown here is north of Clintmore Road to the end of the project. The bridge over the L-38 Canal will be replaced. Walls are shown from north of Clintmore Road to the end of the project on both sides of Florida's Turnpike where appropriate. This graphic shows the area around the Glades Road interchange. Please note that north is oriented to the right on this map. As part of the project, the southbound off-ramp will be realigned to the existing Glades Road interchange to improve traffic flow and safety. This slide also shows where this project connects to the adjacent project to the south, FPID 418214-5. This slide shows the existing typical section for Yamato Road from west of Lake Ridge Boulevard to west of Florida's Turnpike, looking east. The existing Yamato Road right-of-way, shown in pink, is 120 feet. Currently, there are two 11-foot travel lanes in each direction, which are separated by a 22-foot median. This slide shows the proposed typical section for Yamato Road from west of Lake Ridge Boulevard to west of Florida's Turnpike, looking east. The existing Yamato Road right-of-way, shown in pink, is 120 feet. On the westbound side, the proposed section includes 3 11-foot travel lanes, a 6-foot buffered bike lane, and a 6-foot sidewalk. In the eastbound direction, there are also 3 11-foot travel lanes, along with a 6-foot buffered bike lane and a 6-foot sidewalk. The travel lanes in each direction are separated by a 22-foot median. This slide shows the proposed typical section for the Yamato Road Bridge over Florida's Turnpike looking east. In each direction, there are 3 11-foot travel lanes and 7-foot 4-inch wide buffered bike lanes, along with 7-foot wide fenced-in sidewalks. The westbound and eastbound travel lanes are separated by a concrete median. On this slide, the map illustrates the proposed improvements along Yamato Road under Palm Beach County project number 2017518. As shown, north is oriented upward. The project limits begin west of Lake Ridge Boulevard and extend eastward to just west of Florida's Turnpike. The project includes upgrades to the existing traffic signals at the Lake Ridge Boulevard intersection and the Lyons Road intersection. This slide continues the map of the proposed improvements along Yamato Road, showing the remainder of the Palm Beach County project limits. As with the previous slide, north is oriented upward for reference. In this segment of the corridor, the proposed improvements include upgrading the traffic signal at the Gatehouse Drive intersection. The project also includes closing the existing eastbound and westbound U-turn movements at the median opening just east of Gatehouse Drive along Yamato Road. This change is intended to improve traffic operations and safety by reducing conflict points along the corridor. This graphic, with north oriented up on this map, shows the proposed improvements for Yamato Road over Florida's Turnpike. As part of the project, the Yamato Road Bridge will be replaced. Improvements on Yamato Road are driven by the Yamato Road Bridge replacement, which include roadway reconstruction, new drainage, retaining walls, signing and pavement markings, and lighting. This aerial shows Clintmore Road with north oriented upward. As part of the project, the bridge over Clintmore Road will be replaced. Improvements on Clintmore Road include milling and resurfacing of existing pavement, updated signing and pavement markings, and construction of new bridge pier supports for the Florida's Turnpike overpass. Noise walls are being installed as part of this project. All noise assessments are carried out in accordance with the Florida Department of Transportation policy, which is based on federal regulations. For noise walls to be included in the design plans, they must meet FDOT criteria and must be constructible. A noise study was performed during the previous PD&E study completed in 2010. This has been reevaluated during this design phase, and the draft noise study is available to view on the project website. For more information regarding the noise wall evaluation process and approach, please view the Enterprise's traffic noise video online at floridasturnpike.com or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Outdoor advertising signs are located within the project corridor. In compliance with Florida Statute 479.25, this public hearing is also being held to receive input on the proposed walls and potential conflicts with local ordinance or land development regulations. This project provides several important benefits to both travelers and the surrounding community. These include enhancing safety by reducing crashes and creating a safe travel environment. It also improves mobility by making travel times more reliable and accommodating current and future traffic demands. In addition, the project supports faster emergency response and evacuation, strengthening overall community safety. Safety is our top priority during construction. Work zones are designed to protect both workers and travelers. Traffic pattern changes will be minimized wherever possible to reduce disruption, and traffic will be maintained throughout construction. Nightly lane closures may occur. Occasional nighttime detours will be required for limited construction activities. Community awareness is a key priority for Florida's Turnpike enterprise, particularly before and during construction. Roadway signage will be placed in advance of any closures to keep the public informed. In addition, ongoing communication will be maintained with local stakeholders and agencies. Property owners, tenants, and businesses within 500 feet of the project area will also receive notifications to ensure everyone is aware of upcoming construction activities. Sign up to be on our mailing list on the project website. This slide highlights key milestones for the project. Design is scheduled to be completed in the fourth quarter of 2026. Construction is planned to begin during the third quarter of 2027. Your comments are essential to this process and will help Florida's Turnpike enterprise understand your concerns and suggestions for improvement. We encourage the public to submit any questions or comments by July 29, 2026. Questions can be directed to Paul Naranjo, the project manager. His mailing address, phone number, and email are provided on the slide. Alternatively, you may contact Fiorella Teodista, the Community Outreach Coordinator for Florida's Turnpike Enterprise. Her contact information, including email, phone number, and mailing address, is also provided. You may also provide comments in person at the in-person public hearing or by filling out a comment form on the project website. For more information about the project, please visit the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/Widen Turnpike Glades to L-38. You can also scan the QR code with your mobile device to access the site directly. Thank you for your interest in the design public hearing for the Turnpike Mainline widening project from north of Glades Road to north of the L-38 Canal in Palm Beach County.
Information video informative. We will now address frequently asked questions related to this project. Where can I find more information about this project? All the displays and videos from today's meeting are available on the project website, www.floridasturnpike.com/Widen Turnpike Glades to L-38. You may also scan the QR code with your mobile phone to go directly to the project website. To review the project exhibits, including the presentation, visit the project website and click the Public Hearing Exhibit Room button located at the top of the page. How do I navigate the Public Hearing Exhibit Room? This is what is shown when you visit the Public Hearing Exhibit Room. If you click on one of the exhibit titles, the exhibit, along with a brief description, will open and will allow you to zoom in and zoom out. When will construction begin? And what is the overall timeline for construction? The construction is expected to begin the third quarter of 2027 and take approximately 5 years to complete. What are auxiliary lanes, and is there an additional toll? An auxiliary lane is an additional lane that typically connects the entrance and exit ramps of 2 consecutive interchanges. The additional lane allows drivers wanting to merge onto or off the highway a longer distance to do so, and helps reduce bottlenecks caused by drivers attempting to enter and exit the general travel lanes. Auxiliary lanes act as a buffer, providing drivers with more time to adjust their speed and safely merge into the flow of traffic. Regardless of what lane you take, there will not be an additional toll. Where are the funds for this project coming from? The Florida's Turnpike portion of the project is funded through toll revenue from Florida's Turnpike facilities. Palm Beach County is funding the Amato Road improvements. Will the roads that have bridge replacements remain open during construction? Yes, the roads and bridges will remain open during construction. There may be select nighttime closures required, but these will be for a minimal time period to avoid traffic disruptions. Why is Florida's Turnpike constructing the Amato Road improvements? The Amato Road Bridge over Florida's Turnpike must be replaced as part of Florida's Turnpike widening. Because Palm Beach County has an adjacent project, the county and Florida's Turnpike Enterprise are coordinating construction to improve efficiency and reduce public inconvenience. We will now begin the public comment period. Please note that we will not respond to your comments or questions today, but we will provide you responses in writing at a later date. Anyone desiring to make a statement or present a written views regarding the outdoor advertising regulations will now have an opportunity to do so. Remember, if your questions and comments on other details of the project, please fill out a comment form on the project website and submit them to me using my contact information provided earlier. Those who request to speak during registration will now be called upon. When your name is called, you will receive a notification from Teams indicating that you have permission to unmute yourself. Please use the mic button on the Teams control bar, as shown in this slide. If the mic icon shows a microphone without a slash, your microphone is live and you may proceed with your comment. If the mic icon shows a microphone with a slash, you are muted. Please click the mic button once to unmute. Once unmuted, the slash will disappear. After unmuting, you are ready to speak. Please state your name and address for the public hearing record. If you are representing an organization, municipality, or other public body, please provide that information as well. In an effort to accommodate all speakers, we ask that you take no more than 3 minutes for your comment. The first speaker we are going to call is Susan Metzger. Okay, we will come back at the end. The next speaker we will call upon is Kip Cohen. Okay, we will come back to that. The next speaker we will call upon is Diane Lamonaco. Moving on, the next speaker will be Marcus Venias. Kay Klein. The next speaker we will call upon is Kay Klein. Moving on, George Bracken. We'll continue, Mitzi Katz. We will continue, Norma Rappaport. Continuing, Mark Reich.
You covered everything I need. Thank you.
Very good, sir. Thank you. Moving on, Stefan Scholas. Continuing, Jeffrey Greenfield. We are Jeremy Isaacs.
You covered everything in the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, Mark Rosenberg. Moving on, Stephen Zuckerman. Continuing, Martin Voss. Myra Krementzer. Betsy Furstein.
You covered it in your presentation.
Thank you. Norma Liardi. John Giorgi. Anne Marie Sorrell.
Hello?
Hello, can I be recalled, Steven Zuckerman?
Mr. Zuckerman, that's fine. Go ahead, please.
I was just curious. I was listening to your presentation, And I'm still unsure if the residents on Yamato Road from Wishful Walk community, will they be able to be part of that sound analysis if a barrier wall, sound wall is being constructed to prevent the additional third lane of traffic noise to disturb the residents within Whisper Walk?
Sir, we will take your comment and review it and respond accordingly.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Norma Liardi. Can I speak, please?
Please do, Ms. Liardi.
Okay, yes, I had sent an email earlier, and my question also was regarding the Turnpike wall. We have one now, and I hope that we will continue to have one, whether it's new or reconstruction or or leaving the old one. But I just wanted to mention that if you do leave the old one, that there's a lot of black mildew on the wall, and it has not been cleaned since it was built in the early 2000s. The black mold is, of course, unsightly, but the black mold also presents health issues, as there are many residents, including elderly and vulnerable residents that live along this area. So I respectfully request that it be cleaned. If it will be, if you will leave it up, or unless you construct a new one. I don't know what the plans are for that, but that would be what the residents here would love to have.
Ms. Liardi, I am in receipt of your email, and there again, we will add it to the public record and respond accordingly.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that we might have read a name or if you want, or at this point, anyone who still wishes to speak, can you raise your hand first, and then we will call upon you? Mr. Viral Gundi.
Yes, thank you for the nice presentation. Two questions. One, where L-38, the project ends, milepost 80.2, up till that is going to be a 4-lane highway, and north of that will remain the current 3-lane highway. That is question number one. And question number two is, we are the adjoining Casa Bella community, very close to milepost 80.2. Probably half our community is included, half is excluded, I'm not sure. But is that part, Casa Bella community, also going to be part of the sound masking mechanism that you guys are planning? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me? This is Jim Holtrop, and I want to speak for Carolyn Lalore, who is on the list.
Very good, sir.
Okay, my name is Jim Holtrop, and I'm an acoustical consultant, and I have read your sound study and found it very thorough, and shows in the sound study that her property, which is located at 18262 Daybrook Drive, will be affected by increased noise. And the issue that was brought up in the sound study is the wall cannot be constructed because basically you're building a wall on a bridge. And I understand why you wouldn't want to put more concrete on top of it. However, many state DOTs have used systems like Sound Fighter systems, which is a composite wall, which is greatly less weight, and have effectively used it as a sound barrier. And I would propose that the Florida Department of Transportation take a look at whether that is an appropriate thing to do to reduce the noise going into Nicole's property. We will also send you written comments so that you will have it, and we will put that information in. Sound Fighter is not the only system, so there's multiple systems you could choose from. They are as effective as concrete walls. From a sound point of view, they will meet the wind loads required in Miami-Dade County and have already been used on a commuter rail system in Hollywood, Florida, among other places in the United States, maybe more famously on the new Woodrow Wilson Bridge that is outside of Washington, D.C. I think that gives you the gist of what we're looking at. The other thing I would suggest, you didn't look at building the concrete on the opposite side of the canal, which has been effectively done in other places in the United States. I thank you for your attention and have a great night.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sorry, this is Nicole Aor of 18262 Daybreak Drive. Thank you so much, Jim. There are also questions as to why alternative road surfaces weren't considered, given that there are different road surfaces that have been used at 95 near Congress, whereas the road surface that's on the bridge is that composite that includes seashells, which has the highest noise giving rating that we could see. But again, we'll include those also in the written comments.
Thank you. Next, Barry. And please, here again, those wanting to speak, please raise your hand. Okay. Continuing, Craig?
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to know specifically regarding the sound barrier analysis, what was done with that analysis, and if there's results of that we can look at and see regarding the section just at the beginning of the project by Glades, where the exit is. The exit seems like it's going to move a little bit closer to the community Lotus Palm, and we already have some noise from that exit. And the noise, I don't know if it was in your analysis, if it includes at times if it's rained or if the roads are wet, there's a different level of noise you can hear from the road noise from the tires, and also the direction of the winds seems to be affected with the fact that your barrier wall is going to stop just before that exit. And there's a lot of echo that takes place between that wall and then the beginning of the Lotus Palm community wall. So specifically, I'm just curious about that sound barrier analysis, and if the community can influence and be involved in some type of a study related to that on our side, the community side of that wall. I'm from the community. I live in the community, and I'm very close to this exit, and we hear the noise, which is why I'm talking about the tires and the rain and the winds. And also building upon what someone else had mentioned a few moments ago, would different road surfaces be considered, since the rain after rain does affect the sound of the tires that we hear? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. If there's anyone else who wishes to speak, please raise your hand. I do have one name, Daphne Rubin.
Sorry, it's Nicole Layor again. My hand is raised. It's telling me to lower it. So I don't know if you can see that it's raised or not. If Ms. Rubin isn't there, I just had one other comment to make.
Can you hear me?
Ah.
Hello?
Ms. Rubin?
Yes, hi. Hi. My
Oh.
name is Daphne Rubin. Can you hear me? Just wanted to check. My
Yes,
name is
please.
Daphne Rubin. I live in Casabella and in the southern part of the community. And I'm not sure if the community was included in the noise study. My home is approximately 425 feet from the Turnpike, and I'm heavily impacted by the noise. My family and I hear trucks and motorcycles inside our home, especially at night, and affects our quality of life. The noise is already significant today, and as this project moves forward, I'm concerned that the noise in Casabella will only increase unless appropriate mitigation is provided. So on behalf of my community, if the noise study, if we meet the criteria, I would like to request a noise wall for Casabella. The noise is already very significant as it is today. Adding an additional lane northbound and southbound will just increase the noise pollution. So to protect the residents of Casabella, I would like to request a noise wall if the noise study supports that.
Thank you. Reaching back out to Barry. If you don't mind, I'm just going to circle back to the top of the list, give people an opportunity. If we had some technical issues here, so we'll start out with Susan Meltzer. Kip Cohen. Diane Lomonaco. Marcus Vadnias. Mitzi Katz. Anyone else at this time who wishes to say something, please raise your hand.
Hi, if I may.
Yes, sir. Could you please identify yourself?
Yes, my name is Greg McAloon. I'm an attorney at Sachs Kaplan. I'm representing 4 different associations, Long Lake Estates, Whisper Walk, The Bridges, and Boca West. I just want to mention for the record that I'm actively monitoring this situation and we're in good discussions with FDOT. So look forward to continue the discussions and thank you for this information.
Thank you. Anyone else that has not had a chance to speak? Daphne, do you wish to make an additional comment, please? Okay. Anyone else at this time, please raise your hand. Tracy?
Hi, my name's Tracy Malkin. I live in Meisner Country Club, and I got the letter. My house is positioned at the very, very north end of the project on the south side, the southbound lanes. And in that very first slide, it went by really quick, but the wall, the proposed wall didn't come that far north. And we already hear a lot of noise from the freeway as it exists today. And I just wondered, are they, like, was the sound study already done and they're not going to put the wall all the way up to the very north border? Or is that still in question? Because my fear is that once they start this construction, it's going to be even louder at night for those of us that our bedrooms face that direction, with just the golf course buffering a little, but we already hear noise and it hasn't even started. Especially with like the rain, and just like the last gentleman said, I forgot Whisper Walk, I can't remember, Casabella, I'm sorry, which community, but yeah, when it rains and we already hear it before the construction's even starting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Nicole Lauer.
Thanks. So sorry, I just have one more comment to add, and I just wanted to, share my, commiserations with those who are so close. We are probably less than 30 meters from the turnpike at the corner of our property, and we are actually at the same level, and it's a bridge, so we get an enormous amount of noise from the turnpike as it stands now. I was just in Japan, and I also wanted to note that on bridges, they have composites that are also bowed in to project the sound back onto the roadway so that it doesn't actually careen off and out. So I'm just raising that as well, and that again will be in our comments.
Thank you. Next name is forgive me, Diane Danella. Dienla. Reaching back out to Stephen.
Yes, thank you. Do you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Good evening again. I'm sorry, my internet cut out and I wasn't sure if everyone heard my statement. We do have representation by our attorney representing Wistful Walk. My concern is quality of life once the third lane and bike lane is added into the Yamato Road. I just want to make sure the board and the Transportation Authority understands the concern of noise that those residents will hear when the third lane is placed in with the bike lane, and the residents are very close to the Yamato Road. So the importance of having a sound wall constructed is very important, and I want to express those concerns to the committee and to yourself. Thank you very much for hearing me, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. John Dixon.
Hello. I missed the beginning of the meeting because I was instructed to access it through another means. But I was wondering that I live on the south side of Yamato Road, and is there going to be a sound wall to protect us from the noise? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. we're reviewing the chat. We don't see any other hands raised, so by all means, if anyone else would like to say something, please raise your hand.
I do.
Could you identify yourself, please?
My name is Dioula Guerrier. It's Dieula. Last name is Guerrier, Guerrier.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Yes, my name is Dee and I'm representing Lotus Palm. So I had a couple of questions regarding pollutions. What are you guys gonna do about that? And also they remove all the trees from our walls, and the homeowners, they are hearing a lot of noise. And also the lights, I don't know where they're doing the work right now. The lights, when they turn on the lights at nighttime, and then it's affecting the homeowners. So I wanted to know if you guys can go ahead and put that on your note to try to, adjust the light so it doesn't come directly into the community, and also what's going to be done for the wall. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're reaching back out to Tracy Malcolm.
I believe I already spoke. This is Tracy Malkin.
Thank you, ma'am. We're just got a lot of names here that we're just trying to make sure we got everyone covered. Thank you. Here again, just anybody else we don't see, I think, if anyone else would wish to say something, please raise your hand. The verbatim transcript of this hearing, oral proceedings, together with all written material received as part of the hearing record and all studies displayed and informational material provided at the hearing will be made part of the project decision-making process. The public comment period will remain open for this public hearing through July 29th of 2026. The recording link will also be posted on our project website. Thank you for attending this public hearing and for providing the input on this project. July is National Vehicle Theft Prevention Month. An unlocked car is a dream for a thief. Don't let them get an easy steal. A few seconds of caution can save your vehicle. Remember to park in well-lit areas, close and lock all doors and windows, hide valuables out of sight, take your keys with you, don't leave them in the vehicle. Do not leave an unattended vehicle running. It is now 7 o'clock. I hereby officially close the public hearing for the widening of Florida's Turnpike from north of Glades Road to north of the L-38 Canal, financial project identification number 417132-1. On behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation and Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, thank you for joining us tonight.